Hello there, Discovery Bay Unleashed attendees. It's Dan Bouchard. Hey, president of the Animal Protection League and now poker run organizer. My first time. Hope you guys will take it easy on me. Wanted to do a real quick, we'll call it a driver's safety video slash explanation as to how the route works and how the poker hand works. This will allow us to maintain some of our social distancing and also give you guys a little ease to know what you're getting into tomorrow. So I'll take a few minutes to explain how this thing's going to work. First of all, know that we have programs available upon registration, so you'll get a good detailed map. All the documents that I'm going to show you today are available on our website. The website address is apl209.org. Go to events, find the Unleashed Poker Run, and you can download all the documents that I'm about to show you. Most importantly, a lot of people are asking about the routes, so inside of your program, you will find a route map. We have split the starts in two. We have two groups, the Stockton gang and the Discovery Bay gang, leaving at roughly the same time, traveling around the Delta in a counterclockwise fashion so as not to run into each other. The Discovery Bay gang, you guys are notated in red. The Stockton gang will be notated in blue. All of the cards that you get and information will be color coordinated so you can figure that out. On the map, speaking of red, the Discovery Bay gang starts at Orwood, and it says red starts here. You guys are going to be traveling from Orwood to Garlic Brothers as your first stop. You can leave the Orwood area anytime between 8 and 10 o'clock at your leisure. We're not going to do a shotgun start. You don't all have to leave at the same time. Surely you can if you want to. I know the DLB is good at that, and it's a pretty common route that you're used to. But arrive at Orwood sometime between 8 and 10. Get your boat wet. Check in with myself. I'll be there with my staff to do your registration paperwork. Anything you haven't finished online, we can finish on site. Any additional tickets you want to buy, we can do the morning of. There will be a to-go breakfast, and once you guys make the move to leave, then you're on your way to Garlic Brothers. You're going to go by way of Middle River, Bullfrog / Beacon Island Bridge route. And I wanted to point out to you guys that the Beacon Island Bridge should be at about 8.5 feet of clearance that day. That covers most of us, but if you are a patio boat or a large canopied boat, you might want to take your height into consideration. The left side of that bridge is 14.5 feet, and that can be an alternative route for you. I will have a photographer posted up on that bridge for overhead shots. I hope you guys will wave at her and get good shot of your whole gang so that we can share those with you later. All of the imagery from the day's events will be high resolution, professional, and available at no charge to everybody. So this is just one of the areas that we're trying to get some good boat and crew shots. So take advantage of that. You'll be heading from Orwood to Garlic. Once you get to Garlic, you'll check in there for another card stop. I'll have another team there stamping cards, answering questions if necessary. From Garlic Brothers, the Discovery Bay gang is then going to head to Moores Riverboat. And you'll notice on the map that I've got you guys going the northern route to Moores Riverboat as opposed to jumping straight on the channel, and this is to avoid a little cross traffic with the other team. So if you're not familiar with that route, take a look at the map. If you're talking about it, it's by way of Paradise. I'm sure many of my Delta dogs know that route. It's not hard. But if you're not familiar with it, make sure you have a discussion or follow somebody that is. Once you guys get up to Moores Riverboat, you check in for another card stop. Feel free to get lunch, beverages, refreshments, whatever you're after. You have a decision to make at that point. And when I explain the poker hand, it might make a little better sense. But there is one bonus stop available to you to pick up an extra poker card, thus bettering your odds at winning the poker hand at the end of the game. For this team, that bonus stop is Rusty Porthole. So you'd have to shoot across Frank's track and check in for a stop at Rusty Porthole. If you've never crossed Frank's track from the north end, you might want to find someone that has. There's a trick to it. There are some underwater obstacles. Know your route or follow somebody that does. From Rusty Porthole, if you choose to go there, or from Moores Riverboat, if you've finished up, I expect your timing should be putting you somewhere in the 1:30 range, and you'll be heading back towards Windmill Cove. The goal to get to Windmill Cove sometime between 2:30 or so when our festivities begin there. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how the poker hand works, and then I'll tell you what's going to be happening at Windmill Cove. So as far as the poker hand is concerned, everybody will receive a traveling poker card tracker. If you're red, it'll be done in, if you're Discovery Beta, it'll be done in red. I happen to be holding the blue card right now, Stockton's card, telling you the route of your stops, where your bonus stop is, highlighted by the red mark here that says not a required stop, but if you choose to do it. At each stop, my staff is going to deal you a card, document that card, stamp and sign to make sure she's legitimate, and you can keep track of your poker hand here. Down at the bottom, you'll see a couple of bonus card options at Windmill Cove. Once you get to Windmill Cove, which is actually not a stop, I should say a card stop, you'll have the option to purchase additional poker cards if you want to better your odds for the hand. So you're either going to show up with 3 or all the way up to 6 poker cards, depending on how you played your day. Did you do an extra stop? Did you buy extra cards? You'll be able to track those cards on this side of the page. When you get towards the end of the day, you'll be able to flip it, and you get to choose your best 3 cards to play along with 2 community unleashed cards that will be drawn at roughly 3 o'clock at Windmill Cove. So I'll be on the stage, I'll draw 2 cards. Everyone's gonna play those 2 cards as well as their best 3 for a poker hand. If you think you got a winning hand at that point, you're sitting on a bunch of aces, you're gonna turn this into my poker staff, and they will collaborate and figure out who the winners are. We have up to 3 winners, first, second, and third prize. The prizes are also listed on the sheet, so you see what you're playing for, and we're not messing around on our inaugural run. We went big. So first place is a trip, a luxury trip to Costa Rica, staying in luxury accommodations with a flight covered for 2, rental car covered for 2, 6, I think it's 7 days, 6 nights, big trip. The accommodations are luxury, and they actually accommodate up to 6, so if you want to take your friends, me, you can. Second prize, runner-up, is going to be another trip. This one's to Vegas, short weekend, but an action-packed weekend. This is a weekend of driving trophy trucks and exotic cars on a closed circuit professional course, allowing you to do some serious top speeds. I think I've gone 165 miles per hour out there at Speed Vegas. So a pretty good weekend. Flight and accommodations will be covered. Third runner-up is a big bad cooler donated from one of our sponsors. Cooler actually has a stereo system, so I think you'll be pretty impressed with that. But first 3 hands win. There'll be plenty of raffle prizes to win. There'll be plenty of silent auction items to win. Lots of stuff to look at Windmill Cove. So I think you'll find that that's going to be a good time. When we're all done figuring out who won the poker hand, we will announce that dinner is served at your leisure. Your armbands will become your meal tickets, and you guys can have dinner anytime you like there after 3:30. The band is going to start. Donnie and the Wayrads, a great band. Should be a good time out there. I'll make a few notes about getting into and out of Windmill Cove, and for that matter, any of the other stops. We have 70 boats registered. We did sell out. We staggered everybody to try to keep the crowds down, but inevitably we're all going to be bouncing into each other when we're trying to park. I'm asking everybody to be courteous, plan on side tying. It's definitely going to be required. We'll have a couple of guys out at Windmill Cove trying to keep light boats together and manage some of the parking. Windmill Cove is closed for our event, so we won't have to deal with extra traffic. It's just us guys and gals. And I ask you guys just to be as courteous as you can. I'll remind you, it's not a race, so getting to Windmill Cove first doesn't do you any good. There is no first place for speed. We're not talking about speed at this event. It's just a fundraising poker run. Should be a good time. We are also doing professional photography, as I mentioned. One of the planned shots is drone footage out in front of Windmill Cove. It's common that on the DLB runs that if you're interested in doing a flyby, you pass Windmill Cove and head down towards Lads and kind of mingle around out there until it's time to clear the area and shoot past Windmill Cove for a good picture. KKJ Media will be out there running the drone. If we see you overshoot Windmill Cove and wait, we know what you're up to. We'll try to get the drones out for shots. I do ask that nobody congregate their boats in front of Windmill Cove. So either get in or get out so that we can use that area for some good photo opportunities. I think it'll be a great day. I hope everybody stays safe. Thank you guys all for putting your trust in me. I hope not to let you down. I know my staff is extremely anxious to do it right. Been a lot of preparation going into it. In fact, today is crunch day, so I'm gonna say thank you to all of you now, and goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again. Bye-bye.